July in Tokyo, where rain dances in the streets and humidity wraps the city like an old, familiar blanket. The heat of the summer is softened by the rhythm of the rain. It's in this season where life feels like it's moving in slow motion, that the search for warmth and comfort leads us down an alleyway to the embrace of a hot bowl of ramen. A journey through the soul of Tokyo, told one slurp at a time. First, we find ourselves in one of Tokyo's most iconic ramen spots, Ichiran, known not just for its rich tonkotsu pork broth, but for the deeply personal experience it offers. Ichiran's origins trace back to Fukuoka in 1960, when the founders set out to perfect the art of tonkotsu ramen. Now scattered across Japan, it offers diners a unique chance to indulge in solitude. Here, you order through a slip of paper, customizing every detail. It's a reflection of Japanese culture, where even in the bustling metropolis, there's respect for personal space, for quiet introspection. As you take that first bite, the rich broth fills your senses, and suddenly, the rain outside fades away. This is more than food. It's a conversation between the soul and the senses, a moment to pause in a city that never stops. Kanina walang pila, but since dinner time na, mapanis look.
There's a way. There's a way.
Yeah, by Ichiran. For more ramen experience in the next few days. In Asakusa, a district where tradition and modernity dance together, we find Rokurinsha, a ramen institution famous for its Tsukemen. And don't miss out on Rokurinsha, a ramen shop famous for its thick noodles and the broth. Super flavorful. I just had mine and I loved it. Tsukemen, or dipping noodles, originated from the desire to create a meal could be enjoyed year-round, even during Japan's hotter months. Rokurinsha opened stores in 2009 and quickly became a favorite for its thick, chewy noodles and its broth, a concoction of pork, fish, and soy sauce simmered to perfection. In the humid July air, there's something about dipping cold, thick noodles into hot, umami-rich broth. It's a balance of contrasts, like life itself. Moments of heat, moments of cool. Here, under Asakusa summer skies, Rokurinsha offers a reminder that simplicity, when done well, can leave a lasting impression. Shibuya, the heart of Tokyo's youth and culture, offers another take on Tsukemen. Tsukemen ramens here are a testament to the city's ability to innovate while staying true to tradition. Born in the 1950s, the concept of dipping noodles came from a ramen master's desire to provide a cooler alternative to the traditional hot bowls. It's fitting that in a place like Shibuya, a district constantly reinventing itself, Tsukemen flourishes. Eating here, under the neon lights of the crossing and the ever-moving crowd, you realize that ramen, like travel, is about adaptation, about finding comfort in both the old and the new. It's about tasting life's constant reinventions. Good thing is there are a lot of restaurants that you can go to, and then sometimes it's good to be an adventurer and just go in or just enter any restaurants na pwede mo makita. So right now, just along the street, I just look at the menu and check on this restaurant. So I'm here right now, and I'm about to devour a bowl of ramen, traditional Japanese ramen. In Shinjuku, where skyscrapers pierce the skyline and nightlife buzzes, lies Funjii, an unassuming ramen spot that has won the hearts of those who seek something authentic. Funjii is famous for its gyokai tonkotsu broth, a marriage of pork and fish flavors that delivers a deep, almost nostalgic taste. Here, time seems to slow down. In a city that always rushing somewhere, Funjii invites you to sit still, to savor. Its history speaks of simplicity and quality. Ingredients sourced locally, prepared with the same techniques passed down through generations. In the summer haze of July, a bowl at Funjii is like finding a hidden note in the book of your travels. Personal discovery that's yours to keep. Golden Gai, a labyrinth of narrow alleys in Kabukicho, is known for its tiny bars, each telling its own story. But hidden in these streets is a gem, Ramen Nagi, a shop so small that it can only fit fewer than 10 people at a time. It's not the size that draws you in though. It's the promise of an unforgettable bowl of ramen, made better by the weight, the atmosphere, and the late-night magic of Tokyo. Ramen Nagi started as a humble establishment and has since expanded across the world. But here, in this tiny alley, it remains true to its roots. The flavors are deep and comforting, with a broth that speaks of hours of preparation, melding perfectly with the noodles. There's something about eating here after midnight, surrounded by the hum of Golden Gai's bars, that makes this more than just a meal. It's a ritual. As you sit at the counter, the world outside quiets. The line, the crowd, the noise, it all fades. Here, time stops and you're left alone with your bowl, savoring every slurp. It's a moment of solace in the heart of one of Tokyo's most vibrant districts. This is the beauty of ramen in Japan. Finds you in the quiet moments, whether in solitude or in the energy of the night. Another day, another ramen adventure here in Tokyo in Japan. So today we are going to Ramen Watanabe. This is one of the best ramens here in Asakusa. Our journey ends in Asakusa, this time at Ramen Watanabe. Known for its simple shoyu broth, Ramen Watanabe represents the kind of ramen many locals grew up with. Its origin is rooted in the traditional shoyu ramen that has been a staple in Japan since the early 1900s. The light, soy-based broth is easy to digest, making it a perfect choice in the summer heat. Ramen Watanabe isn't about flash or novelty. It's about consistency. It's about understanding that some things don't need to change, that comfort can be found in the familiar. As we sit here, watching the rain wash over Asakusa's old streets, we're reminded that travel is as much about revisiting the classics as it is about seeking new experiences. Here is Ramen Watanabe. Pasok tayo. Pak soy sauce, white soy sauce, spicy. Although favorite talaga is miso ramen. Pero for a change siguro, mag black soy sauce tayo. Miso pa rin talaga no? Sorry, miso ramen pa rin. So miso ramen is 980. This is spicy is 1350. So kuha tayo ng isang orange juice. Then, ano ba nagkaiba nito? Dito tayo kasi may pork siya. Diba? Although napamahal na tayo. Alright. Thank you. Ano nangyari? What happened? Ramen in Japan isn't just a meal, it's an experience, a reflection of the country's food culture, which has evolved through centuries. While Japanese ramen has spread across the world, there's something irreplaceable about enjoying it here where it was born. The authenticity lies not only in the ingredients, the locally sourced pork, the handmade noodles, the fresh spring onions, but in the atmosphere, the quiet reverence that surrounds each bowl. Ramen, like life, is about balance. It's about knowing when to embrace the heat, when to savor the cool, when to dip, and when to savor the broth on its own. It's about understanding that while the world may offer versions of the same thing, the place you experience it matters. And here in Tokyo, each bowl tells a story of tradition, innovation, and the ever-changing, ever-delicious journey of life. This video is part of the second season of our travel series. This time, we travel around Tokyo after visiting Bali in Indonesia with a quick stop in Singapore. Please watch the other episodes, including the first season videos where we explored the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam. Please subscribe to join me on more journeys across Japan and beyond as we explore not just food, but the stories that connect us to places and to each other. Sayonara!